The night air in Greenwich Park is cool and still, holding the gentle silence of the late 18th century. Above, the sky is a vast, velvet canopy, scattered with the silver dust of distant stars that have watched over these rolling hills for eons. We find ourselves at the base of the rise, where the dew-kissed grass yields softly underfoot. The world beyond this park seems to have faded into a soft, indistinct hum, leaving only the rhythmic, steady pulse of the earth itself. Before us, the path winds upward, a ribbon of pale stone leading toward the crest where the Royal Observatory stands in quiet dignity. It is a place where time is measured not by the haste of men, but by the slow, elegant rotation of the heavens. The timekeeper waits ahead, a figure of calm grace draped in a cloak of deep navy, embroidered with threads of brass that catch the moonlight like constellations brought to earth. Their presence is as steady as the North Star, offering an unspoken invitation to walk with them into the stillness. As we begin our ascent, the scent of damp earth and ancient oak trees fills the air, grounding us in the quiet history of this hallowed ground. There is no urgency here, only the soft, rhythmic sound of our own breathing matching the gentle sway of the trees. The lantern held by the timekeeper glows with a warm, amber light, its flame flickering in the shape of a golden hourglass, marking the passage of moments with soft, hypnotic grace. Each step takes us further away from the clamor of the day and deeper into the sanctuary of the night. Here, the world is reduced to the simple beauty of the path, the soft glow of the lantern, and the infinite, watching stars above. We are merely guests in this house of celestial wonders, invited to observe the quiet order of the universe as it turns in its eternal, peaceful cycle. The hill rises to greet us, a gentle slope that promises rest, perspective, and the profound serenity of a sky that has seen everything and remains perfectly, beautifully still. We continue upward, leaving the shadows behind, drawn toward the light that guides us to the heart of the observatory. This journey is a quiet pilgrimage through the dark, where every breath feels like a secret shared with the ancient, watching cosmos, and the weight of the world slowly dissolves into the vast, shimmering mystery of the night sky, leaving us entirely at peace as we approach the summit of our long, slow climb. The ascent continues, a slow and deliberate journey up the winding path that hugs the side of the hill. With every step, the air grows crisper, carrying the faint, refreshing chill of the Thames winding through the valley below. The timekeeper moves with a fluid, rhythmic grace, their navy cloak swaying softly like the incoming tide. The golden lantern in their hand acts as a steady beacon, casting long, dancing shadows across the grass that ripple and fade into the darkness. There is a profound sense of weightlessness in this climb, as if the heavy gravity of the day is being left behind, replaced by the gentle, magnetic pull of the stars above. The path is lined with ancient, gnarled trees whose branches reach out like silent sentinels, their leaves whispering secrets in the light breeze. We follow the amber glow, watching as it illuminates the texture of the stone beneath our feet, each pebble and grain of sand rendered clear and precious in the lantern's warmth. The observatory draws nearer, its silhouette becoming more defined against the deep indigo of the sky, a sanctuary of knowledge standing firm against the vastness of the universe. The silence is not empty. It is filled with the soft rustle of nature and the steady, comforting presence of the guide. We are moving toward a place where time itself is held in check, measured by the precision of brass and the patience of the heavens. The slope is gentle, demanding nothing but our steady rhythm, allowing our thoughts to drift like clouds across the moonlit expanse. As the summit approaches, the horizon expands, revealing the faint, shimmering lights of London in the distance, yet they seem a world away, flickering like dying embers compared to the brilliant, unwavering light of the constellations. We are approaching the threshold of a great stillness, where the measurement of moments becomes a meditation, and the heart finds its own quiet tempo in harmony with the turning world. The climb is nearly complete, and with it, the final remnants of restlessness dissolve into the cool, fragrant night air, leaving only a deep, abiding sense of peace as we prepare to step onto the hallowed ground of the observatory. The summit is now just a few paces ahead, and the air feels charged with the quiet anticipation of what lies waiting for us within those ancient walls. We reach the peak, standing together under the vast, open canopy of the night, feeling the weight of the world fall away entirely as we finally arrive at our destination, ready to witness the turning of the stars in the silence. We stand now at the threshold of the Flamstead House, the historic heart of the Royal Observatory. Before us, the heavy oak door stands slightly ajar, inviting us into a space where time has been measured for centuries. The stone beneath our feet is weathered and cool, worn smooth by the passage of countless nights and the steady, purposeful footsteps of astronomers long past. The timekeeper pauses, their hand resting lightly upon the iron latch, and for a moment, the world seems to hold its breath. The air here carries a distinct, comforting scent, a blend of aged mahogany, beeswax, and the faint, metallic tang of brass instruments that have spent lifetimes tracking the dance of the heavens. It is a sanctuary of profound quiet, where the rush of the outside world is replaced by the rhythmic, steady pulse of a pendulum. As we step across the threshold, the transition is seamless, moving from the vast, open expanse of the park into the intimate, hushed interior of the house. The golden glow of the lantern spills forward, illuminating the intricate grain of the floorboards and the deep shadows that pool in the corners of the room. Here, the weight of history is not a burden, but a gentle anchor, grounding us in a lineage of observation and wonder. We are surrounded by the legacy of those who looked upward with patience and precision, seeking to understand the silent mechanics of the universe. The walls, thick and sturdy, offer a sense of absolute protection, shielding us from the cooling night breeze and the distant, restless hum of the city. We move slowly, our presence barely disturbing the settled dust of the ages, feeling the stillness of the house seep into our own limbs. Every object in this room, from the leather-bound charts to the finely etched astrolabes, speaks of a quiet dedication to the truth of the stars. There is no urgency here, only the soft, rhythmic ticking of a clock that seems to echo the steady beat of our own hearts. In this dim, amber-lit sanctuary, we find ourselves perfectly aligned with the slow, deliberate pace of the night. The threshold has been crossed, and we are now held within the calm, measured embrace of the Flamstead house, where time itself feels like a soft, unfolding ribbon of light, winding its way through the infinite, silent dark. We linger here, suspended in this quiet, timeless space, feeling the profound stillness of the centuries pressing against our skin, waiting for the next revelation to emerge from the shadows of this hallowed, ancient, and truly remarkable place. Within the heart of the venerable Flamstead house, the atmosphere deepens into a profound, rhythmic sanctuary of ancient knowledge. The timekeeper moves with a fluid, silent grace, guiding us toward a collection of instruments that appear as delicate as they are precise. On a sturdy mahogany table, a brass astrolabe catches the soft, amber light of the lantern. Its circular rings are etched with fine lines, each mark a testament to the immense patience required to map the celestial sphere. Nearby, a series of clockwork mechanisms rest in quiet anticipation, their gears polished to a mirror-like sheen. These are the tools of measurement, the silent witnesses to the passage of seconds and the steady rotation of the earth. We watch as the timekeeper gently adjusts a small, weighted lever, the movement so subtle it barely disturbs the surrounding air. There is a quiet, metallic click, a sound that resonates with the clarity of a distant bell, signaling that the instrument is in perfect harmony with the night sky. The precision here is not merely functional, it is a form of art, a dedication to the truth found in the alignment of metal and starlight. We observe the way the light dances across the brass surfaces, creating soft highlights that shift as we breathe. Every screw and pivot has been crafted to serve a singular purpose, ensuring that the rhythm of time remains unbroken and true. The room feels alive with the soft, ticking pulse of these machines, a heartbeat that synchronizes with our own slow, steady pace. We find ourselves drawn into the stillness, observing the intricate balance of weights and counterweights that hold the universe in check. It is a world of calculated beauty, where even the smallest gear contributes to the grand, silent order of the observatory. As we stand amidst these marvels, the sense of urgency fades entirely, replaced by a deep, unwavering appreciation for the craftsmanship that connects us to the heavens. The instruments remain poised, waiting for the next shift in the celestial tide, while we simply exist in the quiet, golden warmth of their presence, feeling the weight of the world drift away into the shadows of the room. We are truly captivated by the elegant complexity of the clockwork, noting how each individual component plays a vital role in maintaining the delicate balance of the entire system. It is a moment of pure, unadulterated focus, where the passage of time seems to slow, allowing us to fully appreciate the profound mastery required to construct such exquisite devices that measure the infinite wonders of our expansive, mysterious, and silent universe. Beyond the heavy threshold of the clock-filled rooms, we step into the vast, circular embrace of the observatory dome. Here, the air is noticeably cooler, carrying the faint, metallic scent of aged iron and the crispness of the expansive night sky above. In the center of this expansive, cavernous space stands the great equatorial, a truly monumental instrument that dominates the room with its silent, imposing presence. Its long, sturdy tube points upward, acting as a bridge between the solid, grounded earth and the infinite, shimmering expanse of the stars. The timekeeper walks slowly toward the telescope, their lantern held low, casting long, sweeping shadows that dance rhythmically against the curved, stone walls. There is a profound sense of scale here. The dome feels like a cathedral dedicated to the heavens, where the silence is heavy, ancient, and deeply comforting. We stand at the base of the massive mount, looking up at the polished brass fittings that gleam softly in the dim, flickering light. The telescope is entirely motionless, poised in a state of perfect readiness, as if it has been waiting for this exact, singular moment to share its view of the cosmos. The timekeeper places a hand gently upon the cool metal, their touch light and reverent, acknowledging the history held within this iron frame. We feel a quiet, sudden kinship with the machine, a shared stillness that stretches across the room. There are no ticking gears here, only the deep, resonant quiet of an observer waiting for the right alignment. The dome above us is partially open, a sliver of the velvet night sky visible through the gap. Through this narrow window, a single, brilliant star shines down, its light catching the edge of the telescope and tracing a faint, luminous line along its length. It is a moment of pure, suspended anticipation, where the boundaries between the observer and the observed begin to blur. We breathe in the deep stillness, feeling the vastness of the universe pressing gently against the walls of the dome, while we remain safely cradled in the heart of the observatory, surrounded by the quiet weight of history and the endless, peaceful rotation of the stars above us. We wait in the dark, watching the light, feeling the weight of the night settle around our shoulders as we prepare to see what the telescope might reveal to us in the quiet hours ahead. Our hearts beat in sync with the slow, rhythmic pulse of the cosmos, feeling the profound, silent majesty of the machine that connects us to the distant, burning lights of eternity, as we stand together in the dark, waiting for the final, silent revelation of the stars. From our elevated vantage point within the dome, we turn our gaze away from the intricate, polished brass of the telescope to consider the profound purpose it truly serves. The timekeeper moves with fluid, unhurried grace toward the aperture, where the cool night air flows in like a soft, invisible tide. We follow, stepping toward the edge of the platform to look out across the vast landscape. Below us, the world is draped in a blanket of deep, velvet shadow, yet it is not entirely dark. The river Thames winds through the distance like a ribbon of hammered silver, reflecting the scattered light of the constellations. It is here that the true connection becomes clear. The same stars that guide the telescope also serve as the ancient, silent beacons for the ships drifting upon the water. We observe the gentle, rhythmic motion of the river, feeling the steady pull of the tides that mirror the slow, celestial dance overhead. The timekeeper gestures toward the horizon, where the lights of distant vessels flicker with a soft, warm intensity, mirroring the stars that shimmer in the firmament. There is a profound harmony in this alignment, a bridge between the wandering ships and the fixed, eternal points of light in the sky. We feel the weight of the night settle into a comfortable, rhythmic pulse, as if the entire world were breathing in unison. The air is still, save for the faint, distant murmur of the water, a sound that carries the promise of rest and safe passage. We stand in the quiet, watching the interplay of light and shadow, acknowledging the guidance provided by the heavens to those who travel the dark, winding paths of the earth. The stars seem to watch over the river with a patient, unblinking gaze, ensuring that every vessel finds its way through the stillness of the night. It is a comforting thought, to know that even in the deepest hours, there is a map written in the sky, a silent language of light that connects the heights of the observatory to the moving currents of the river below. We remain here for a long moment, anchored by the sight, feeling the peaceful assurance that all is in motion, yet all is perfectly, beautifully at rest. We watch as the light dances upon the surface of the dark water, a reflection of the infinite cosmos above, reminding us that we are never truly lost when we look upward toward the heavens, for the patterns etched in the darkness are our constant companions, guiding us safely through the vast, quiet, and beautiful mystery of the night, ensuring that every soul finds its way home. From the stone balcony of the observatory, the world below feels distant and wonderfully quiet. The timekeeper rests their lantern upon the weathered railing, the golden glow of the hourglass flame mingling with the cool, silvery moonlight that bathes the terrace. We look down toward the Thames, which flows like a dark, silken ribbon through the heart of the landscape. The river's pulse is slow and steady, a rhythmic movement that seems to match the deep, resonant stillness of the night itself. Here and there, the lights of ships drift by, small, flickering embers of warmth against the velvet expanse of the water. These vessels move with a grace that suggests they are guided by an invisible hand, their paths charted by the very stars we have spent the evening observing. We watch as a barge glides silently beneath the distant arches of a bridge, its wake creating soft, shimmering ripples that catch the reflected light of the heavens. It is a peaceful sight, watching the terrestrial lights mirror the celestial ones, as if the river were a terrestrial reflection of the night sky. The timekeeper stands beside us, their presence a comforting, steady anchor in the cool air. There is no urgency here, only the gentle, unhurried passage of time as the ships continue their slow, deliberate journey toward the sea. The air carries the faint, crisp scent of salt and damp earth, a reminder of the world's vastness, yet everything feels contained and safe within this quiet, elevated sanctuary. We find our own breathing slowing to match the rhythmic sway of the river below, feeling the heavy, pleasant weight of the night pressing in around us. Every light on the water is a story of a journey nearing its peaceful conclusion, a quiet testament to the harmony between the earth and the infinite expanse above. We linger in this space, content to simply witness the slow, beautiful dance of the river as it winds its way through the darkness, carrying the quiet rhythm of the night toward the horizon, where the sky and the water eventually become one in the soft, deep shadows of the coming dawn. The silence is profound, broken only by the faint, distant hum of the city, which serves to emphasize the solitude we share. We are observers of a grand, cosmic clockwork, finding peace in the simple, elegant movement of the river as it flows toward eternity, leaving us to contemplate our place within this vast, beautiful, and ever-turning world of starlight and shadow. The time has finally arrived for the grand observatory to settle into the deepest, most profound quiet of the night. The timekeeper gently lifts the lantern, its golden hourglass flame casting soft, long, dancing shadows against the weathered stone walls of the balcony. With a slow, deliberate movement, They turn away from the dark river, leading us back through the heavy, ancient oak doors of the Flamstead house. The air inside is perfectly still and cool, holding the faint, comforting scent of aged mahogany, beeswax, and old parchment. As we walk through the silent, shadowed rooms, the rhythmic ticking of the various clocks seems to soften, slowing its pace until it becomes a mere, rhythmic whisper in the dark. We pass the heavy mahogany tables where brass instruments rest in perfect, dormant harmony, their complex work finished for this cycle. There is a profound sense of completion here, a stillness that settles deep into the bones. The timekeeper pauses for a final moment, their expression one of serene, absolute contentment. They place the lantern upon a low, ornate pedestal, where its warm, amber glow begins to dim, mirroring the fading energy of the world outside. We find ourselves standing in the very heart of the sanctuary, surrounded by the heavy weight of history and the infinite, silent rotation of the stars above. The observatory is no longer a place of active, frantic measurement, but a temple of rest. We let our eyes close, feeling the heavy, pleasant blanket of the night wrap around us. The connection between the celestial and the terrestrial is now complete, a seamless, elegant loop of light and shadow. We are at peace, drifting into the quietude of the deep night, where time itself seems to pause, allowing the world to breathe in unison with the turning heavens. The stars continue their slow, silent journey across the velvet expanse, and we, too, find our place within that vast, beautiful, and ever-turning stillness, letting the darkness embrace us in a final, gentle lullaby of rest. The observatory sleeps, and we are finally at rest within its walls. The cycle is done, the stars have been observed, and the long journey concludes in this perfect, silent, and hallowed space. Everything is in its proper place, and the night is complete. We remain here, suspended in the quiet dark, listening to the heartbeat of the universe as it slows to a steady, rhythmic pulse, waiting for the dawn that remains far away.